Hey guys, it's Coach Ari here at Strong, realizing that a lot of you guys are probably stuck at home, feeling a little bit cooped up. We've closed the gym for the week here, so we're not doing any sessions, but want to make sure that you guys still get to move around and feel maybe a little bit more sane at home. So here's a little quick home workout that you can do. You don't need any equipment for it. If you have a little bit of equipment at home, weights or something like that, you can feel free to add it, challenge yourself a little bit more. If you have any questions about how to change it, adjust around an injury, make it a little bit harder, make it a little bit easier, leave some questions in the comments or message us, and we'll be sure to get back to you as soon as we can, pardon me. So here's a short workout. We'll start with a warm-up and move along from there. Okay guys, so we're going to keep the warm-up really quick and simple today. We're going to do 2 sets of each movement. We're just going to have 3 movements as our warm-up today. First one's going to be a scapular push-up. So here you're going to be in a push-up position, either from your hands and knees or from your hands and toes if you feel strong enough. The idea is to keep your entire body stiff and braced and just have your shoulder blades moving. So it's going to look like this. There we're going to do a set of 10 to 12, either from your feet, how I just did them, or in a quadruped position like this from your hands and knees. The second warm-up movement is going to be a squat with a very long pause. So there we're just looking at squatting to the bottom position you're comfortable with and holding this position with tension for about 5 seconds before you come back up to the top. Good. We're going to do that one for about 10 to 12 reps as well. Again, trying to really squeeze your muscles in the bottom and make sure that we're not just stopping and not really squeezing or putting any effort in. Good. Last warm-up movement is going to be a dead bug. This is going to be more of a core focus. So we're going to get you guys lying on your back on the floor with your knees right on top of your hips and your arms right on top of your shoulders. And then one at a time, we're gonna extend your opposite leg and opposite arm to the floor without letting your spine come off of the ground. So we wanna basically keep your lower back in the same position the whole time and not allow any movement as your limbs move. Here we're gonna do 10 to 12 reps on each side as well. Good. So once you've gone through that little warm-up circuit twice, you're good to start our first strength circuit. Okay guys, here's our first little strength circuit today. We're going to start with some split squats. So for the split squat, we basically want to pick a position, one leg in front of the other. You want to make sure your legs are wide enough that you can feel balanced, and we want to make sure that everything is squared up facing straight forward. So we can't have the hips turned out, we can't have the chest turned any weird direction, we want to be facing forward. Here for the split squat, we're going to think about putting most of your weight on your front leg and then slowly letting that back knee fall to the floor. We're going to try and sink really slowly because we don't have any weight, probably, and want to make sure that a little bit more time under tension is going to challenge us a little more for the workout. So you're going to do 10 to 12 of those on each leg. Second one is going to be a push-up. And same idea, we're going to try and keep a really slow tempo here to challenge your muscles just a little bit more because you don't have a lot of weight. So here, nice and slow on our way down, trying to make sure no shrugging motion happens with your shoulders, and then pressing back up in a controlled way. If you have a hard time doing push-ups from the ground, you can use a windowsill or something like that to use as an incline, or you can do them from your knees. The last one in this circuit is going to be an arch body hold. So basically, we're going to start you lying on the floor, and then try and lift your chest, arms, and legs up as much as you can, and hold in this position for 30 seconds. Good. Once you've done 3 to 4 sets of each exercise, you're done circuit 1. If you feel like it, you can leave it right there. Otherwise, we'll move on to circuit 2. Okay guys, if you feel like you still got a little bit left in the tank after that first circuit, we'll give you a second one to challenge you a little bit more here. Same idea, we're going to use 3 movements, try and keep very little rest between the 3 of them to challenge you a little bit more. So the first one is going to be a 1 1/4 squat. Just like the name suggests, we're going to be squatting all the way down, squatting 1/4 of the way back up, hitting your depth again, and then standing all the way to the top. You're going to try and do that for 12 to 15 reps. Try not to rest too long at the top because it's going to make the movement really easy for you. Next one is going to be a bear crawl. So we're going to start in a quadruped position. Hover your knees off the floor a little bit. And then we're going to start crawling using the opposite leg and opposite arm together. So here I'm going to step forward with my left arm and my right leg, trying to stay as stable as I can. I'm going to repeat from the other side. And then given space restrictions in most of your living rooms, I think we're going to try and just step back right away. So that would be stepping back with the opposites and then the other side. We'll keep going that way. Good. Our last one here is going to be a side plank. So what we're going to look at is getting on your forearm on the one side, stacking your feet together, and then trying to lift your hips and your knees as much off the floor as you can. We're going to try and hold here for 30 seconds or about 8 to 10 breaths on each side before you switch sides. Good. Once you've done all 3 movements, including the side plank both sides, you've done 1 round of the circuit. We'd suggest doing 3 to 4 of those. Get a little bit tired. Let us know if you have any questions or if you want something more challenging or a little easier tomorrow.